As a gamer, I feel like I haven't enjoyed gaming in the last few years. Gaming just hasn't felt the same. Does anyone else feel this way? By the way, this Wii graphics in 2013. Factually,
my wife left me and took my goddamn Wii. Sharon, if you're reading this, please come back. I miss the kids and Virtual Console.
Hey, what's going on? Whoa, whoa!
Share this post if you don't feel like gaming is good anymore, or if you have incriminating info on former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Gaming is not dead, and I am sick of this rhetoric that it's not the same. You know what really isn't the same? You being a child. I've been seeing this take for a couple of years now, and at first, I agreed. You see, I was born in 2002, aka the best year ever, and I know that my golden years of gaming are over, or at least just my childhood gaming era is over. The golden era for me was when I came home from school and I played Fortnite until my eyes bled, or when the thought of a new major video game or video game console got me going. That was hype. And if you're like me, or if you're sexy and gorgeous, either or, you'll agree with me entirely. So tell me why I see all of these exact same videos with the same thumbnail telling me the same thing, that gaming is dead, it's not fun, and that they're miserable idiots. Well, let me fill you in. Back in my day, the golden era of gaming was upon us. Now, many people will disagree depending on when they were born, but generally most gamers have decided to name 2007 as the best year in gaming. Because this is when banger after banger came out and gamers couldn't stop. Their fingerprints were rubbed right off, their corneas were burned to a crisp, and Mountain Dew Gushy Grannies was top seller. Let me give you a few examples, you dumb bitch. Nintendo came out with Super Mario Galaxy, and fans went monkey mode. I mean, Mario succumbed to the vacuum of space, but that's okay, it's only one of the best games ever made. Then a leaky Valve came out with Portal, you know, just a revolutionary new puzzle game with a beautifully crafted story, which would spawn one of the best sequels ever made, and a few interesting ideas. They also came out with Team Fortress 2, which when I wrote the script, I genuinely cannot believe that, but it's true. What the fuck? Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Halo 3, BioShock, Assassin's Creed, Crackdown, Crysis, Mass Effect, Uncharted, and a ton of other games I found on Wikipedia. These alone are what made this year so special in particular. What a gaming year to be alive. I could feel ninja coursing through my veins.
I mention ninja a lot on my channel.
Anyways, so yeah, a lot of people consider this era, or 2007, to be the peak of gaming. Like, this is when it was like a Mount Everest. And yeah, I climbed it. So you guys can stop telling me in the comments. I know you're jealous. And that's okay, I would be too. Now, the generations before 2007 were just starting to experiment with 3D worlds and HD graphics, but they weren't really doing it very well. Although the one exception is Chicken Little, which is a goddamn masterpiece. But back then, there was something so unbelievably charming about the 720p and 1080p medium quality that made all of these games so fantastic to play. Something about the jankiness and the fact that it didn't try to mimic what real life looked like, it looked like a video game, that's just objectively better. And nowadays, it's all about 4K, which, guys, I counted, okay? Trust me, 4,000 pixels is not a lot. And in more recent years, like 2017, for example, we saw even more banging on live television.
I'm not allowed to say anything about it. GTA Ninja. All right, well, guys.
This Switch came out alongside Link herself, Mario colonizing the world, and yes, Fortnite. Game of the century. Of course, plenty of gaming moments happened each year, and a ton of fantastic games came out in the 2010s. Like Minecraft, which to this day is still being played by at least 8 people. I checked. Minecraft on its own could sum up the beauty of the 2010s and a lot of childhood memories for people around my age. But then there's a game like GTA 5, which, again, could create a lot of childhood memories for people my age. Sony kept coming out with new IPs like The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, which they're not doing so much nowadays, but we'll get back to that. Nintendo came out with bangers all the way from Super Mario Galaxy 2, yes, another one, because I personally asked Nintendo for it. Thank me later, all the way to the most iconic Switch games and even new stuff like Splatoon. Simply put, this was a very special time for gaming, and only now can I truly appreciate how good we had it. And now we get to the modern day. What is this? An HD Animal Crossing? Boring. An amazing sequel to the previously amazing Zelda game? Maybe get a quicker haircut, lady? I mean, this took you 6 fucking years. The most expansive world set in the future that we've ever seen. 2013. Trust me, it's okay to play now. It's been 3 years. An actual open world Harry Potter game? It's Leviosa. The fuck am I doing? One of the most expansive city building games, following up in every single way to its predecessor. Actually, this is pretty cool. I really like all the public transit options this time around. Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Sup?
Hey, guess what? 2024 is just 3 months away.
Now, after seeing all of those games released just in the 2020s, and I didn't even get them all, how the fuck is anyone unsatisfied? How do people keep making these videos where it's like, ugh, gaming is so dead? Also, what the fuck is that? Is that a pickle? It's over. It's Jover. As you can see, gaming is not dead. In fact, it's flourishing. If you want to make the case that gaming is full of sequels, that's fine, but we've done this before. It's like if somebody in the 90s was like, ugh, I had to sell my Nirvana album so I could afford Mario 64. Gaming is kind of dead, guys. What do you think? Like, can Nintendo just move on from Mario? Like, if it did well, of course they're gonna make a sequel. The only problem is making a bad one, but then just don't buy it. They won't do it anymore. But all of these idiots are like, ugh, why is Call of Duty not original anymore? Because they've made like 30 fucking games and they still sell. Obviously, if you're picking up trash games that are rehashed every single year, then of course it's gonna be bad. It's like that meme. It's like going to Subway and getting mad at them for making a bad sandwich. Like, brother, you made the sandwich. But if you're putting your money into good games made by good people with good intentions, instead of like Bobby Kotick. Why does he look like that? He looks like he should be in Starfield. Oh, god damn it. If you put your money into good games, you're gonna get even more good games. And yeah, sequels can be a little bit unimaginative, but sometimes the creative process of creating a whole new unique world, or IP in general, like, it takes a while, man. It's not easy to be unique as more and more games come out, so you just gotta be patient. Another problem with these dunce clowns is that they think microtransactions are gonna ruin the whole earth, like the end of society. I don't know about you, but the games I play, I'm not spending money inside of them, so I don't know what's wrong with you. You're fucking sick. And if you're finding that a lot of your favorite games are being capitalized to high heaven, maybe do a deep dive on yourself and analyze what you play, because you have awful taste. Just a fucking thought. Another problem with all these bozos is that they complain about not having fun with friends anymore. Get some friends, loser. I'm sorry that you have to follow our capitalist norms and work a majority of your time, and the little time you do have at home is best spent taking care of yourself in your house, knowing that you'll continue to do this until you become old and weary. But if you can't find friends, that's not my problem. That's your problem. Because yeah, we all know that when you played games as a kid, it was way more magical. Because you were a kid. You want to know why Christmas lost the magic? Well, it's because it's no longer a rotund home invader that knows when you're awake giving you the presents. It's your parents going to Target. And then it's like, oh, I have to buy the presents now? Really? Yeah, that's how life works. You're not a kid anymore. Life is like a vacuum. It sucks. But if you realize that the suckiest parts actually did the most work for you, life can be pretty satisfying. Games are still good, they're fantastic. Graphical advancements are still happening, and many people are actually sticking with more stylized graphics because they do well, which is epic. Multiplayer is more connected than ever, and the amount of games you can play with friends or by yourself continues to expand. There's nothing wrong with gaming, there's something wrong with your perspective. And trust me, I've had that feeling. I mean, you sit down to play a video game, you get it booted up, and then you just don't feel the motivation to complete it. This just means you're not prioritizing mindless fun anymore, and you forgot how to enjoy the simple things in life, like our dear boy Ninja over here. And hey, maybe you could go to Target and go down the video game aisle, pick up something you've never played or have been holding off, and get past the intro, okay? you can do it. You just have to tap back into the childlike spirit of playing a video game until your mom forced you to go to bed. You want to relive your childhood, not mourn the death of it. And this idea that gaming is dead because you can't sink every single day of your life into it like you could when you were a kid, well, that's just plain silly, and I don't care. You're dumb. I also personally think that people are just too scared of being called cringe, and so they avoid being excited for new video games or video game consoles. Like, remember that dude who was so excited watching the Fallout 4 trailer in 2015 only to get thrown into cringe compilations?
Them graphics, though.
You don't have to be cynical about gaming to prove some point about how it's all dead. No, just enjoy it and be yourself, because sometimes being cringe means being free. There's not much more to this video. I just think all of these people are depressed and can't admit it. Gaming is flourishing, and yeah, I don't really know how the future is gonna look. I mean, it could get worse, and this is the end of gaming. I don't know, but if that ever happens, I'm 99% sure you're gonna look back at 2023 and go, man, we really had it good back then. Also, I should have commented about how correct Austin's opinion was. He was so smart and handsome. Honestly, skibbity toilet, poo-poo, duncy, fart, balls, ball sack, idiot, moronic, imbecile, nuts.
Subscribe.